around our area. Kind of fun every once in a while, not now, not during our show, but at another time during the day to kind of tune around and see what's going on in some of your other neighboring communities if you're an AT&T subscriber. CivicCenterTV.com, the place to go to watch us as well. I really recommend, if you got a computer near you, you'll watch us there. Full high definition. You just hit the watch live button on the website, and then you can go back and look at all of the archives and the other additional information. Tyler especially does a great job with the megacast and a lot of the stories he'll be talking about. He also is referenced on CivicCenterTV.com. 50,000 people a year visit that website. You should too. We're on social media today. You can find us at CivicCenterTV.com when you search for us on Facebook and on YouTube. And of course, we have our own radio station. Listen to it every day. 89.3 Lakes FM. Booms out across the entire West Bloomfield area from our antenna high atop one. I starting beautiful day, 39 degrees a little bit. It's going to be a little warm yesterday to see I feel pretty comfortable here in the area. Down to 43 tonight, and then it's really not going to be that nice of a weekend, so get out. And it's going to be the thing that we expect in April, in spring, in West Bloomfield. Lots of rain. It's a wonderful day. Congratulations, West Bloomfield High School grads. Now a receiver for the University of Michigan. Semaj Morgan has a football camp. It's going to be happening right here in West Bloomfield or West Bloomfield High School on June 17th. A lot of these players, collegiate and even more advanced high school players, will do these football camps for the younger kids. It's a great thing to do. I'm so glad to see Semaj. He and his family are amazing. Putting on this camp June 17th. It will be at West Bloomfield High School. Great way to stay connected with Semaj. And listen, this guy is going to be a star. We're going to be watching him. I don't know how much time he'll get in his freshman year, but he's going to make a big impact at the University of Michigan as a wide receiver. So out of West Bloomfield, we're going to have Semaj Morgan and as a great wide receiver. We're going to have one of the top running backs in the country, and Donovan Edwards, both of them on TV on Saturdays. Good opportunity to be around these guys. And Saturday, June 17th, mark your calendar, should be a lot of fun, especially if you have a youngster that is excited about football. About football. West Bloomfield State Representative Noah Arbit, along with Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel, announced a package of bills yesterday that would update Michigan's outdated and, as they say, woefully inadequate laws to protect against hate crimes. Michigan Hate Crime Act and Institutional Discretion Act, updating sentencing guidelines and making it easier to prosecute individuals who target others for their ethnicity. Noah is he's a rookie. He is a junior first-term state representative, and he seems very active in Lansing. We wish them the best of luck, and good to see he's working hard. On that, photo credit to Michigan Advance via Facebook for those pictures. Thank you very much. So many amazing things go on here in West Bloomfield. It's impossible for me, and I do this every day, to keep up with them, and even probably harder for you. One of the things we have is the Atomigators, or maybe the atom. It's got to be the Atomigators. That is our team, our robotics team at West Bloomfield High School. We got some pictures. You can see them here, hard at work from Facebook. Jared's got a bunch of those shots. He can scroll through those. These robotics teams are getting very popular at high schools all over the state. They build these robots. They compete. It ties so nice into the STEM education plans that we have at our schools. It's a great way to teach technology, and it's a lot of fun. Jared, maybe you can roll the video of one of their robots, and it's really amazing. Watch this video here for a second. Look at this thing. So they built that robot, and obviously, you know, the job in their competitions is to achieve some things. Sometimes they're banging into other robots. Other times they're doing things like this. The students designed, built, constructed, and did the whole thing. I just think it's absolutely fascinating technology, and certainly will have a positive impact on the careers of those young students working hard. So congratulations to the robotics team, as the West Bloomfield Board of Education earlier this week voted unanimously in purchasing a thing called a CNC plasma cutter for the engineering and robotics program. So this is the thing that's going to help them build that. And I think we've got Jared, there's the board and members of the team there on your screen after the board meeting on Monday where those dollars are allocated. Jared, I don't know if we ended up with a copy of the video of what this CNC machine looks like. I'd never really seen one of these, so we might be able to play this for you here, give you a little bit of an idea of what this equipment does. It's really amazing, very high tech. Essentially, it lets you cut metal in a very advanced and sophisticated way, which is exactly, you can see it on the screen there, which is exactly what those students need. That is the CNC plasma cutter there. They use it in construction, in prototyping. Yeah, hot rod guys use it. It's used in farming, and certainly you can see some of the work here would be very handy in the sign industry. So we're getting one. The robotics team is going to have one, and that should just go a long way in helping those students compete and also advancing their knowledge in an area that's going to be very helpful in their career. So congratulations to the board for making that investment, and to our robotics team, who we look to be covering more here on the Splash Live. Well, if you drive down Orchard Lake Road and you're on Orchard Lake Road by Northwestern Highway, likely you've seen the big, huge construction project that is going on right next to the Ferrari dealer, and that is a 331,000 square foot multifamily complex that is being constructed right there at Orchard Lake Road. And construction's moving along. I was out there, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, shot some video, showed it here on the program to you. There's that video we shot a couple of weeks ago, and they continue to move forward on this. But, you know, in covering this story today, because I saw these pictures right there on Facebook, I'm thinking, well, the construction company's got kind of an unusual name, and you know, I hate mispronouncing names, and I usually get a call from other members of our team who, you know who you are, when I when I mispronounce somebody's name, so I was worried about doing it. Then I thought, they've got these signs that are protecting the property with the developer's name and the construction company's name, and you may be driving down Orchard Lake Road and going, well, is it sexy or whatever? So I almost didn't cover the story, and then I went to their website, and they actually have a video on their website, the construction company, about how to pronounce their name, which I thought was really cute because it's a very difficult name to pronounce. So this is a good piece of marketing, and it relates to a local company. Let's just watch it just for the fun of it. So it's not available? Okay, so we'll, bottom line, it's cute. It's a great piece, and I'm sorry we can't show that to you right now. I'm having a couple little technical issues here, but hopefully we will be able to get to that later on, and maybe we can show that to you tomorrow morning on the show. You got it? Yeah. Okay, so go ahead, let's roll that then.
It's a good intro to meeting somebody. It's, they always say it's all in the name.
Usually it starts off, they don't even say, try to pronounce it.
People walk into a meeting, typically walk in and say, so, how long have you been with
And they wait for me to finish it. Saxy? Yeah, that's it.
When I first interviewed with Todd, I think he was the one that corrected my pronunciation. So, which is awesome when the owner of the company has to correct your pronunciation for the job you're applying.
7 months I've been there, at least a dozen times. 10, 15 times a month. Twice a day.
Probably every day that I've worked at the company for over 7.5 years now.
A million.
You get all kinds of variations.
The common ones are
Sassy.
Sash say, soxy.
so cheesy.
Sashy.
Sanchez is a good one if you're calling people down south.
A lot of sachet. Sachet.
Sachet.
What is this? I don't know. Sachet is like a step, a dance move.
It's like a little leap and dance.
Sachet, Shantae, what's that from that song? You better work.
Sexy.
Sexy.
Sexy. Sexy, sexy.
All right, so you kind of
Sort
get
of
the
any
idea.
time.
What a really cute promotional video. But there, it's sexy, and you can see it's kind of hard to pronounce when you take a look at the name. But they're doing a great job on Orchard Lake Road with this amazing construction project. Another big development going on in our community right along, Orchard Lake Road. It's great for everybody. Good luck to those guys during the construction. We'll keep watching it, and we'll have a beautiful new home development, multifamily home development available for us in the next year or so. So get ready to open that up. Talk about new businesses here in our area. We've been keeping track of what's going on with Schuler Books. They're very close to opening their new location, which is on Orchard Lake Road, on the west side of Orchard Lake Road, just right at the end of Northwestern Highway, in that same complex with Whole Foods and all the others there. And this Saturday, actually, according to the people there, is Indie Booksellers Day. And if you go to Schuler's and you go to their lobby, the store's not quite open yet. But if you go to their lobby, they're going to have all kinds of things going on there. They will be on site with chances to win giveaways, a sneak peek at the store, and lots of freebies. Be sure to stop by. They want to meet people in West Bloomfield, and they'll be opening there any day soon. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in a moment. Good morning. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Dave Scott. This is The Splash Live, and we'll be back in a moment.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. Watch Civic Center TV with our brand new live captions. To turn on live captions, go to civiccentertv.com and click Watch Live. In your web browser, click on the Options tab in the top right and find the Accessibilities tab. Then just switch on live captions to heighten your enjoyment of our local programming. Thank you so much for watching Civic Center TV.
Let's savor these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the dining out going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date.
How can you get involved with upcoming elections? West Bloomfield Township wants you to join the ranks as an election inspector. Get trained on using polling equipment, proper procedures for handling ballots, and more to keep the voting process smooth and safe. If you're interested, go to wbtownship.org for more information or call the clerk's office with the number provided on screen. This community update from Civic Center TV and 89.3 Lakes FM. And now, back to The Splash, live.
Good morning and welcome back to The Splash Live. Dave Scott here. Don't forget, this is part of 90 minutes of live local television on Civic Center TV. Tyler Keefe will be in here at 10 o'clock with the MegaCast. So it's going to be a big day Friday, this Friday, as there is a coffee and conversation opportunity with our Senator, Rosemary Bayer. She's going to be here. Rosemary Bayer is going to be here in our community 11 to noon at the Sylvan Lake Community Center. Good opportunity for you to talk to your senator and talk about any issues that are important to you in West Bloomfield, Keagle Harbor, Sylvan Lake, and in our local area. Again, that is going to be happening on Friday, 11 to noon at the Sylvan Lake Community Center. So look at this wonderful dog looking for a home. The sweet girl is about 4 years old. She was recently saved by a man who cannot keep her in their home. They have allergies to dogs, and so it's not going to work out. So if you are thinking about having a pet and you want to meet this wonderful 4-year-old and take her home. Get a hold via Facebook get a hold of the No Kill Rescue. Almost Home. Let me get the whole name right. Almost Home No Kill Rescue. Doing a good job. I see their information on Facebook often, and they can be very helpful to you if you're looking for an animal, and also great, of course, doing everything they can to support our furry friends when they run into trouble. West Bloomfield Restaurant Group, who owns Nara Sushi, the Hibachi Steakhouse, of course, and Prime 29 is opening a new restaurant. They're working on this new restaurant. It's going to be called Aurora Italiana, and there's a picture of it. They have done a great job with restaurants in West Bloomfield, and clearly our economy is doing well. More people are looking for more places to go out to dinner, so look forward to learning more about Aurora Italiana. It's in the old Chow location, and I mean, that has been so many different places over the years, and they've all been really pretty popular. So we wish them the very best of luck with their new endeavor. Not only is there a nice restaurant space, if you've been in that building, there's a big meeting space too, where you can have events and stuff in the back for 300, 400 people. So that'll be another great asset to our community. Back over to Sylvan Lake. The Sunday is the Sylvan Lake Swap and Sale, and it's a good opportunity if you got some things lying around the house that you want to move along. Well, here's a good chance. There's obviously kayaks and water skis, and you're going to have a lot of lake stuff because a lot of people right there live in the lake, but all kinds of items would be available. Should be a lot of fun. It's going on, of course, this Sunday at the Sylvan Lake Community Center, and it'll all begin at 8 o'clock in the morning. There'll be coffee. You can get a table out there. You can sell some of your goods. You can come by if you want to buy some things that you're looking for that maybe somebody else doesn't have any use for. There'll be work projects going on to clean up the canal right there, and then certainly good times with your neighbors. It's this Sunday, the Sylvan Lake Summer Sale and Swap, and we hope you make it there. We're going to take another really quick break. We'll be back in just a moment. Good morning, I'm Dave Scott. This is the Splash Live, and I'll be back, I promise, 30 seconds. That's it. Right back.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live.
Let's relish these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the festivals going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date.
And now, back to the Splash Live.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Splash Live. Dave Scott here on our beautiful 90-minute segment of local live programming with the Splash and then the MegaCast. Tomorrow on the show, we hope you tune in. We're going to go back. I played it once earlier, but I think it'll be a great opportunity if you missed it to see the new Four Communities exhibit at the Historical Center here in the Greater West Bloomfield area over at Orchard Lake Town Hall. If you've not been into the Historical Society's building, it's great, and they have a whole new beautiful exhibit. We're going to go through it in detail with Gina Gregory. You should stop by and check it out, but they had an open house last weekend. We were there, and we've got the video, and we'll have it for you tomorrow morning. Debbie Binder, our clerk, is going to be checking in here in just a couple of minutes. We've got an election that we're right in the middle of. Election day officially is May 2nd next week. We'll find out all the details on that in just a moment. West Bloomfield Parks tells us that all of their parks, their playgrounds, their tennis courts, their pickleball courts, soccer fields, baseball fields, and all of the other facilities that are associated with those are now open. So we invite you to head out to your favorite neighborhood park. If you've been following our show or the news in our community, you know there was a tragic fire in Kegel Harbor a little over a week ago where a man and his pets lost their lives. It didn't just affect them, though. It also affected some of the neighbors. And as you can see from this picture, the home of some neighbors, Carla and Tony, was damaged. There is a GoFundMe page, and we've got the QR code. If you want to give them a helping hand, I mean, they can't live there. They've lost a lot of their belongings, and wouldn't it be great if we could get in and help them out? QR code on your screen. If you can scan that with your phone, it'll take you right to the GoFundMe page, and then you can offer a little bit of assistance. It's always nice to help out a neighbor when they are in need, and this is a great example of our community coming together. It's going to be a really interesting program coming up on Wednesday, May 3rd, and this is going to be going on over at Temple Israel as Barry Weiss, noted journalist, and that other guy, we know him pretty well too, our own Mitch Albom. I say our own, he's just obviously an international phenomenon with his books, but WJR radio host, Detroit Free Press, sports writer and columnist. They will both be, and a magnificent speaker too. Both of them are. They will both be on stage talking about some of the challenges in the rise in anti-Semitism in our country right now. This program is going on May 3rd, 7:30 p.m. at Temple Israel. If you want to attend, more information would be available from them over at Temple Israel. You can call them and they will give you all of the information. Of course, get somebody from the New York Times, like Barry, you get Mitch Albom from the Detroit Free Press, and all of their collective knowledge and experience on these issues. Should be a very interesting evening. If you ran into some traffic trouble with the 48th District Court and had a ticket but didn't pay it, there is a nice little break for you. The court is giving us all a break. May 1st through the 16th, you'll have an opportunity to pay any old tickets that you might have and not pay any fines. So 48th District Court giving you a little break. Again, it's only until the 16th of June. I think I've got that right, May 1st through the 16th. If you have some old tickets, you want to find out more about that program and how you can save a couple of bucks on your old fines, you know, maybe those fines and the late fees have accrued and turned into something really unmanageable for you. Here is your one-time chance to get all that corrected. Get a hold of the 48th District Court. Don't forget, Michigan Week is right around the corner. It is our annual celebration of everything volunteer here. So we honor volunteers right in our community. We've been doing it for over 50 years, and this will be our 51st annual celebration. Again, going on in Temple Israel. Pretty busy over there. They've got a great, huge location, and we're going to be there. We are inviting you. There are always limited tickets, and they always sell out. I think because of the additional space this year, we're going to be able to accommodate about 300, maybe a few more. But the tickets are going fast, and we would love to have you join us in person. It's May 12th, and you can get those tickets by going to the Michigan Week website. Just get online and Google Michigan Week, and you will find all the information. Get your tickets, make your reservations. Don't wait. That program is going to sell out. Also, honoring the younger volunteers here in our community is West Bloomfield Youth Assistance, and their awards presentation is on the 10th at 6 o'clock at the middle school. The West Bloomfield Youth Assistance Youth Recognition Awards, and I expect that we will have coverage of those awards and, of course, Michigan Week right here on Civic Center TV. And joining us now is our clerk for West Bloomfield, Debbie Binder. Ms. Binder, good morning. Welcome to The Splash. Good to see you.
Good morning, Dave. How are you doing?
Doing fantastic. There's so much going on in our community. We've been awful busy here in the show, but I want to take our last couple of minutes with you because we're in the midst of an election. Election day is May 2nd. For our people right here in our communities, specifically for you in West Bloomfield, we've got a school election. There's an important police millage for residents in Kego. Those are our two big elections, and I know your office and the offices in Kego are going to be open with some extra hours. So tell us what people need to do if they want to make sure they can vote in this election, at least for your constituents in West Bloomfield.
Okay, well, the polls are always open on Election Day from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. So anyone who chooses to vote in the polls can do so from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Tuesday, May 2nd. Anyone who does wish to vote by absentee ballot would like to know that we are open all day Saturday, this Saturday, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. for absentee voting. Every clerk's office around the state will maintain hours on the weekend. They may be different hours, though. So if you're in Kego, I don't know what their hours are. You would want to call their clerk's office. But your West Bloomfield clerk's office will be open 8 to 4 on Saturday. You can also get your absentee ballot from today or tomorrow from 8 to 4:30, or on Monday you can get one at Town Hall as well from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. But that 4 p.m. is a statutory hard stop, so we cannot hand one out after 4 p.m. And if you do request an absentee ballot on Monday, you do have to vote it here at Town Hall. You can't take it with you. At any point, you can always vote that absentee ballot here at Town Hall. And at this point, we definitely recommend returning your absentee ballot to a drop box at Town Hall or to the clerk's office. Drop boxes are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, one on the east side of the building, one on the west side of the building. Don't rely on the mail, especially at this point. Bring your ballot back to us or bring it in the lobby. We are very happy to receive your ballot at any of those locations.
Well, it is, I believe it's getting easier to vote than when I was young and would have to go stand in line, and that was really what a majority of us did without option. We have a lot of options, and that includes coming by on Saturday. If you know, it's a great day, you might be off work, you probably have a little bit more free time, so it's great that you, and over in Kego, they're maintaining those hours. And on this show, we don't advocate how to vote, but I can advocate all day and all night about getting out and voting. And especially in these elections, Debbie, it's really important because this is not a federal election. It's not a presidential election. Not as many people ultimately will get out and vote. So your vote is really important, don't you think?
It will be a lower turnout election, so the number of votes can make a difference. One thing I was thinking I do want to mention to people, we have people who come to the window and would like to get their spouses or their kids' ballot. We can only hand a ballot to the registered voter or mail it to the registered address, which is the nice thing about the Saturday hours. Oftentimes when we tell people whose significant other or children can't get up here during the week, they can get up here on Saturday, but we cannot hand someone else's absentee ballot.
All right, I got 20 seconds. I got a great idea. Come on down and maybe go for a walk on one of our trails. Get out and enjoy the weather on Saturday and stop by and see Debbie's fine staff in the clerk's office in West Bloomfield. And May 2nd is Election Day if you don't get any of those other things. Thank you very much. More information, I assume, on your website, Debbie?
Always on the website, and I have a very friendly staff, a very competent staff. If you call, you're going to get the right answers. West
Bloomfield Township Clerk Debbie Binder joining us. Hey, we're out of time. We got to go. Thank you very much for being with us today. This has been The Splash Live. Tyler Keefe standing by with the MegaCast coming up next. Thank you very much. Have a great day, West Bloomfield.